Alright everyone, so today I watched Urban Legend for the first time, and yes, this is a VHS tape. I found this at a pawn shop for 75 cents, of course I was going to take it. And I had not seen Urban Legend before, and I really wanted to see this because I've seen most of the big late 90s slashers that came out, like Scream, I know he did last summer, Valentine. But I never watched Urban Legend before, so I really wanted to finally sit down and watch it, and for 75 cents, that's a steal. I love that I found this on tape for 75 cents. Now, Urban Legend is really, really cool. This, to me, felt so much like an awesome 80s throwback. It felt different than the other couple of big slashers that came out in the late 90s. Like Scream, and like I Know He Did Last Summer. This one, to me, like, it has the popular people that are in this time frame, like Scream and I Know You Did Last Summer did, and Valentine did. But for some reason, I enjoyed this movie way more. No, actually, I take that back. I love Scream, but I enjoyed this more than I Know We Did Last Summer and Valentine. I thought this was really, honestly, a really solid slasher movie. I know critically, of course, it got shit on, but that's how most slashers are like with critics. But in terms of fun, this is really entertaining. I love the fact that this movie... I love whenever slashers have a gimmick like this, and this one I thought was really fun. Like, just having this killer going around and killing off these characters in ways of urban legends that are... you don't know if they're true or not. I like how the killer tests these urban legends to kill these people. That's really interesting. That made it actually really watchable and really fun. I really liked that a lot. I also thought it was funny that there were a lot of cameos in this movie, of major horror actors in this movie. Robert Englund, Brad Dourif, and Danielle Harris are in this movie, and that's really awesome. I liked how Brad Dourif was just basically at the beginning of the movie, but I liked how he was involved, and I liked how Robert Englund played this university teacher. And I liked how Danielle Harris played this goth girl, and I thought it was really fun. With all three of these actors, they all brought fun to this movie. Like, they could have been like, and in fairness, they are just kind of cameos. They're just kind of there. And then you're like, oh, that's that person, that's that person. But I thought that they did a good job. I thought that Danielle Harris was really fun as this bitchy, like, goth girl. And I thought Brad Dourif was great as this stuttering creep at the beginning of the movie. And Robert Englund is good as this university teacher. Like, I liked how he just fascinated me. Like, he was an interesting character. And he was on screen the most out of the three, but I enjoyed him a lot in this as well. So the cameos are fun in this movie. I like seeing all three of them in this movie. And as for all the characters, like, this movie is not... It's funny because this movie doesn't focus enough on the characters, but I was so invested with the kills and with the overall entertainment of this movie that I didn't care. And honestly, whenever this movie started, I was like, whoa, this isn't that character-based. It's not as interesting, but as the movie went along, I managed to get enthralled in this fun, entertaining slasher. I loved this movie a lot. I thought it was really awesome. And I thought that these characters, while not, like, very interesting, I thought that they all were totally fine, and I really liked them all. Like, I don't know, I don't want to spoil it either, because this is the first time I saw it, so maybe somebody else hasn't seen this either. But I liked all the characters. I thought they were great. Like, all the big stars that were involved in this time, I thought did fine and did great. Like, I like seeing Jared Leto, I like seeing Tara Reid and Rebecca Gayheart, and the other three, I don't know their names, but the other three people. And please tell me if you guys think the same thing. Does this woman right here, one of the main characters, look just like Katherine Heigl in this picture? Like, that looks just like her. That is... I can't believe, like, before this movie, I saw this movie, I thought that this was Katherine Heigl. It has to be. And before I watched the movie, I looked at the cast on IMDb. Nope. And it's this main girl, but she's not Katherine Heigl. But in this picture, it's almost uncanny that it looks just like her. I think that's kind of funny how insanely similar she looks to Katherine Heigl in that picture. So like I said, the characters aren't very well dimensional. Like they don't have dimensions to them, but I think that they're totally still fun. Like I thought this had such a fun vibe to it, and it felt very much 80s throwback with the way they did all of their scares, the way they did their kills. I thought this felt like something that would have been created in the 1980s, with the horror craze, slasher craze just starting in the 1980s. And I like the killer's outfit. Like he's just in a parka, but I think that that's kind of a cool idea, and it's funny because the killer is in a parka, but it's not snowing in the movie. So I think and I read online, it's because of that they were originally going to have this in winter, but then they didn't do it in winter, so they kept the parka outfit, which, yeah, it doesn't make sense in the climate that they're in, but I thought that is a cool, intimidating suit. Like, that is creepy. Whenever you see the killer in the parka, it's just black inside of that hood. Like, that is cool, and that's really effective. I really thought that was awesome. And again, I'm going to keep it spoiler free, but the killer reveal is really cool, really fun. I liked this killer, and this actor's performance was really, really good whenever the killer is revealed. I really enjoyed that. And whenever you realize what happened, like, oh, that makes sense why this person is killing people. Well, kind of. But this person also is just a nutcase, so. But the performance by the killer, whenever the killer is revealed, is great. Like, this person is awesome. And I'm trying to be discreet. I don't want to say who it is, in case you haven't seen it. So, I really love this movie. I thought it was so fun, so entertaining. The kills are great. The idea of using urban legends as a way to kill them is fun. All these actors are fine. They're fun. They're just not very dimensional, but they still give enough for me to enjoy this out of an 80s slasher. And this felt like a great throwback to an 80s slasher. So I really dug the hell out of Urban Legend. Again, 75 cents ain't bad for a movie I loved on VHS. That's awesome. So yeah, Urban Legend really rocked. I thought it was great. So if anybody, tell me down below what you guys think of Urban Legend. I really, really loved it. So thank you guys so much for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, and thank you so much for watching.